Hi, this is Nelda from Canadian Scrap Sisters, and I'm doing the plastic bag challenge. So Amy and I challenged each other to make 3 things using plastic bags. So the first thing I'm going to show is how I colored some plastic bags with alcohol inks. So I've got some here that I already colored, and some of them I spread the ink on nice and thinly all over the paper. Some of them I kind of splotched it on, but I did quite a few different ones here, and they're kind of hard to see without something white behind them. So I've got this white piece of paper, and this one I used 2 or 3 different colored inks on it. And then this purple one. And I used some, so those produce bags that are kind of greenish. I tried those with some yellow ink and some green ink. And here's another purple and pink one. A bunch of yellow. So the colors turned out quite vibrant. And I really like this blue. There's some more yellow, green, green. So the way I did that was I took some plastic bags and cut them down to more manageable sizes, and then I'm using these Tim Holtz Adirondack alcohol inks, and just a piece of paper towel. And what I did was I just splashed some ink on the plastic, and then kind of folded the paper towel, and then either dragged the ink across or just kind of pounce and splotch it around. And that was all there was to dyeing them. And then I just set them aside to dry, and they dry really quickly. And I wanted to make some flowers with the plastic bags, so I ended up making 2 different flowers.
Oh, that is such a cool idea.
Thanks. So I started with this one. When I was a kid, I have this memory of my family going to someone's house and making flowers to decorate a 4-H float. And I was too young to be in 4-H, so I was probably just tagging along. But they used garbage bags, and I kind of remember what they did, but the parts I didn't remember I just made up. So I used my roll of masking tape to trace circles on the plastic bag, and then cut out those circles. And here's some I already did because it was kind of fiddly. The plastic bags are kind of hard to work with, aren't they?
They are. So how many circles did you cut out?
For this one, I think I had about 10.
Okay.
This one, I don't know. This one I thought I was being smart, a bit smarter, because instead of cutting them out individually, like on this, I folded the plastic bag up.
Okay, yeah.
And then folded it again, so I had quite a thick stack of plastic, and then I cut it out. So I didn't have to cut them individually. So this one, this has more than 10, I'm sure. And then for the wire, I had this bundle of wire sitting on my desk, so I thought that should work. So I just kind of folded it into a, I don't know, a hairpin shape. And then using my pokey tool, found kind of the middle and poked 2 holes. Like so, kind of like a giant button. And then I put the ends of the wire through those holes. And then kind of pulled the plastic up, and I just twisted this around a bit, the wire around. And then I used my masking tape to kind of go around the bottom of those plastic bags and the wire. Just a little bit to kind of give the flower some shape and hold it to the wire. And then the fun part is you have to separate all those layers, because if you don't, it just ends up some folded plastic. But if you separate all the layers, which takes a bit of time, then they puff up like a flower, and then you get this sort of thing. Okay. So I didn't use the prettiest plastic bags for that one, but I just wanted to see if it would work. And then the second kind of plastic bags, I used my dyed plastic, and I cut a bunch of circles using a smaller lid for a template, which I didn't bring to the table here. So this is kind of how I folded the plastic bag to cut those white circles. So I'm just going to kind of make do. It's not like my craft room is very far away. It's like 5 steps away. But I just cut through all the layers, kind of a circular shape. And then I have a brad. So I used some brads in the middle of these flowers. So again, I just used my needle tool, find the middle, poke a hole, push the brad through the hole, and then spread the prongs of the brad out, and you got a little flower. I tried to crinkle the plastic bag up to give them a bit more shape, but they don't really hold their shape very well. And then I glued a piece of paper on the back so that if I were to glue these onto something, it would, the paper would be a good spot to glue them. So that's those are my paper bag flowers. Then, the next thing I did is using playing cards again. I made a little frame and I put plastic in the middle. This isn't a new idea, but I used a sandwich bag for the plastic. And I also put some of the alcohol ink dyes on another sheet of sandwich bag plastic. So I thought I could do another one using that dyed plastic for the middle. So if you saw the postage stamp challenge, this is pretty much the same. I cut the middle out of the plastic card, and then I've got just a bunch of scraps here, and I just glued scraps all around the frame. And then glued them to the back as well, just to cover the frame. This is a good way to use up bits of paper.
I'm always like, Nelda's scraps are way better than mine. Just because it's different, right?
Yeah, and these are mostly jelly print scraps. Everyone's scraps will be different.
Oh, for sure. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, plastic bag was definitely harder.
It is a challenge.
I was like, yeah, all right, challenge accepted. And I get home and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do.
What did we pick for next week again?
Glue gun.
Glue gun. Next week's challenge will be glue gun. So if you want to play along, make something using a glue gun and
post it on Facebook.
Yeah, post it on our Facebook page. Anyway, I don't think you want to see me glue all day, but once this is all covered, I get this frame, and with this one I'll sandwich this orange plastic between two frames. So this card I still need to cut the middle out, but it will go underneath. And then on this one I sewed around it twice, and then I just added a flower for decoration.
Nice.
So
very pretty.
That's my second plastic bag challenge. Oh, I did things kind of backwards.
That's okay.
I was going to show some things. So in our playing card challenge, Amy made these cool hidden paper clips using playing cards. So I had to do the same thing too, of course.
Oh, because it's fun.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? It's fun.
So I made these 3. I think they're pretty cute.
I like them.
Yeah, I used a smaller playing card than I liked the ones Amy made because they were the big cards. And then I'm also following along with Amy's flip book. So I made this flip book just out of scrap papers I have. And so I can't wait to see what she does next. So that's my flip book, and of course it goes the other way too. So I hope some of you out there are doing the same thing. It'll be lots of fun. And then Amy made a book, a junk journal for our Canadian Scrap Sisters projects. So I had to make one too. So
mention
yeah.
I've never seen that before.
This one, I think I saw on Treasure Books, a YouTube channel, where she used brads to bind a journal. So I tried that. So I'll go to the middle of a signature here, and you can see here the prongs of the brads on the inside. So I've got 3 signatures, so 3 brads at the top and bottom, and it feels pretty solid and sturdy. So, and then on the inside, this one I made the cover a while ago. I painted some packing paper and then covered an old book with the painted packing paper. And
that 3 times.
yeah. And then the inside are just pages. I've got more packing paper, scrapbook paper, my painty papers, that sort of thing. And I'm going to use this to put the things we make. So here are some cards I made in our playing card challenge. The paper clips we've done. Here's another playing card challenge, that little book. This was our spring, spring tag and pocket challenge. Here's some of my postage stamp challenges. Here are the mixed media pages I made in another video. Oh, and my little postcards out of playing cards. So yeah, stay tuned and you'll see more as we fill those up. Okay, back to the plastic bag challenge. This is my final one. So I did this ruffle.
That's creative. Oh my goodness.
So the white, I hope you can see in the video, the white part here is a plastic bag. I've got fabric on the back and a strip of lace down the middle. And so the ruffle is not a new idea, but I've never seen a plastic bag in a ruffle. So that's what I did. So here's an example of one of the bags I was using. This is one of those produce bags. So I got smart as I was going along. Instead of trying to cut straight lines, I folded it up and then cut like a strip. And then it's a much more even strip. And this one has some print on it, which I didn't want. So I'll just cut that section out. And because this was green, I didn't have any more of the white bags left. I found some green fabric in my stash, so I tore off a strip, and the plastic will be ruffled on top, and then I have bits of ribbons. I'm not sure, might use this kind of olive green one, or I've got some cream ribbon or some lace to go down the middle, or I thought this one would be cute. It's got little houses on it. And I can't show you how I sewed it because sewing machine, but I took this to my sewing machine, lined everything up, and then as I sewed, I folded the paper, the plastic, I mean, into little ruffles. Kind of awkward, but so I would sew a little bit, stop, ruffle the next piece, sew a little bit, stop, ruffle, like that until I got this. And then this one I hadn't cut very straight, so I trimmed this side. This side I have left kind of ragged. I think either way is fine.
Yep.
So, those are my challenges. So the ruffle, the flowers, and the frame. And everything's all covered up again. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Whoa! Oh boy. And where are those pink flowers? Ah.
Oh,
There. So, things you can make with a plastic bag. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time for, what is it again? Our next challenge?
Glue gun.
Glue gun.
Yes.
So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and talk to you later. Bye.